There's a heritage railway in Tasmania that most people drive past on their way in and out of Devonport. In this adventure, we are checking out Don River Railway, having a look around the museum and rail yard, as well as taking a ride to Coles Beach. Let's go! Parked at the platform are different passenger carriages and a 10 class diesel hydraulic locomotive. You can take some time to look through the windows or walk through the passenger carriages. The 10 class was used as part of the Emu Bay Railway, which used to run between Zeehan and Burnie, offering a transport link to the remote west coast of Tasmania. The carriages are all from different periods of passenger rail in Tasmania. There is signs in majority of them, and they will let you know what the model is and where they've been stationed previously. Don River Railway was established in 1973. Trains commenced operation from Don River Railway in 1976 as tourist trains. In May of 1987, it began operating mainline services to Burnie. In December of 1991, services were extended further before they were then shortened to between Don and Coles Beach, which is also known as Don Junction. Recently, they took ownership of Hutch, the train that was the centrepiece of the playground in Launceston City Park, in the hopes of restoring it. Also, they have been campaigning to run services as far as Penguin again, with both state and federal governments saying that they would contribute and help, but it doesn't seem to be going far at the moment. But that would be amazing to see in the future. The museum has a range of objects including train badges from steam trains, old equipment and signage from Tasman Limited, and photos from when Tasman Limited was running passenger services. This was the passenger rail service that was run by Tasmanian Government Railways on the main and western lines between Wynyard, Launceston and Hobart between 1954 and 1978. Also, as Don River Railway is now over 50 years old, they also display some of their own memorabilia. Before you get on the train, you receive a ticket, which gets validated during the ride, which is a nice touch. The train today is a DP class railcar. Other trains that are in operation with Don River are a Y6 diesel and a Fowler number 5286 steam locomotive. The train goes from Don to Coles Beach, which was also known as Don Junction. This section of rail line was part of the Melrose Line that serviced BHP's limestone facilities in Melrose before they closed in 1948. Now, you might be asking the question, does Tasmania have passenger or commuter trains? And the answer is no. We haven't had passenger trains since 1978, and our freight trains are becoming less frequent as time progresses. There is definitely an appetite in the community for passenger rail to return to the state, especially in Hobart with the planned stadium on the waterfront, and the issues with traffic congestion, especially if there's an accident on a main arterial road, which can cause hours upon hours of disruption. But the political appetite is not there, and the same arguments get trotted out every time. There's already buses and the population is too small, blah de blah de blah. If trains in Tasmania is something that would be an interesting subject to you for a video, let me know in the comments below and I'll add it to my list of to-do videos. I am always open to suggestions, and I'm wanting to plan more videos that need a bit more in-depth research, so happy for any and all suggestions. I'm not going to lie, the lack of passenger trains in Tasmania does become significantly more noticeable the more time we spend on mainland Australia and in Japan. The ease and convenience of getting on a train at the airport and being able to get to the city is great. Also is knowing that you have less chance of being delayed by traffic is a bonus. But the reality is, with the new Bridgewater Bridge not having the ability to be modified for rail, a full-scale Tasmanian passenger train network feels less and less like a possibility as time goes on. There is other heritage rail sites around Tasmania, most notably the Tasmanian Transport Museum, which I'll have a video out about soon. In Sheffield, there is Redwater Creek, who runs trains every first full weekend of the month. In Queenstown and Strahan, there is West Coast Wilderness Railway. Ben and I have been on this one previously. The Queenstown section does have parts that use the apt rack and pinion system due to the gradient of the hills between Queenstown and Tupuna. And lastly, in Tar, there is a Wee Georgie Wood Steam Railway, and this runs over the summer months. And before you ask if you're familiar with Tasmanian Heritage Rail, Ida Bay is no longer running, unfortunately. Recently, there has also been news that Derwent Valley Railway now has access to the rail network between Boyer and New Norfolk, which is great news. I also know that there is a community group up in northeast Tasmania trying to get access to the rails there to re-establish a heritage rail service there too. When we got to Coles Beach, we were allowed to get off the train and spend a bit of time there, about 10 minutes. The train staff showed people the controls of the train, which was really cool to see. The kids on the train really liked it and they were asking a lot of questions, which is always good to see. Now it's time to get back on the train and head back. If you want to see the complete journey from Don to Coles Beach and back, I'm going to upload it to Bex Tries 2, our second channel, so check it out there. The rail yard is filled with locomotives that are in various stages of repair. Majority of the steam locomotives will not run again because either the spare parts no longer exist or the funds required to make the repairs are quite significant. There is also a few diesel locomotives from Tasrail, the current freight rail operator in Tasmania. It is incredibly interesting to walk through the rail yard and see the differences in the steam locomotives that helped build the state, through to the passenger rail trains and carriages that got people moving during the early to mid 20th century, and through to the diesels that were carting freight around the state in recent history. It's also important to remember that majority of the people that allow Don River Railway to function are volunteers. They've either had previous experience with trains or are train enthusiasts, and their hard work definitely shows. They also hold themed events during the year, so keep an eye out on their social media and website for more information. So if you ever go to Devonport, or if you're taking the Spirit in and out of Tasmania, spend some time at Don River Railway. If you've gotten this far into the video, I hope you did enjoy it. Next week we've got a video about the Tasmanian Transport Museum down in Hobart, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see that. In the meantime, you can check out this video about the SC Maglev and Train Museum in Nagoya, Japan, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.